SWC2025. Sean, Topa, take it away.
Here we go. We have Fire Megumi and the Light Horang in the pre-bans, getting right into it. RAIGEKI, does have the Oliver available here, not in the pre-bans this time.
Finally, the Light Horang getting the respect that he deserves. And RAIGEKI with the first pick is going to be going in with the Oliver. And over there, we got the Jogun. We got the Sierra getting picked up as well for ZEZAS. Very standard first three pick right there from these two players. And we got the Shiho as well. And the Light Twin Angel or the LD5 Jogun.
Yeah, I must say I'm a bit disappointed here, Sean. We are seeing very much by the book picks right here. I guess there's that light twins that not a lot of players have, but RAIGEKI has been utilized that to great effect, today and beyond.
And ZEZAS is still thinking about how is he going to counter this Oliver and the Shiho right there. The Josephine is going to be able to counter the Shiho, but we got the Vert getting picked up here, potentially on triple revenge to counter the Light Twin as well. One of the most classic way to counter an AoE attack. And RAIGEKI with the Sonya to snipe out the Sierra and the Josephine. Very good draft by RAIGEKI.
Yeah, he's really bringing the heat here, and he really didn't like seeing that Vert Hell, and he's like, oh, come on, really, bro? We're already going to RNG here in the game one.
Exactly, like we're not in 2018. Why are you picking Vert right now? But we got the Chandra getting picked up by RAIGEKI for the AoE slow. We got the Layla getting picked up by ZEZAS as well to sneak in a lot of slow, a lot of despair stun, all that good stuff. Let's see what's going to be the ban. I think that is definitely going to be the Sonya ban. And it's probably going to be a Vert ban, and RAIGEKI is going to take that first turn, control ZEZAS.
Ooh, ZEZAS last second changes his pick for a Gio there, looking to get a little bit more disruption, thinking that the Layla is just not going to be getting enough here. And as you mentioned, probably going to be seeing that Sonya ban, as there are two speed leads on RAIGEKI's side, so he's guaranteed to go first here. Bans out that bans out the Josephine here instead, so that his monkey can look to stun this Vertihal turn one.
Man, I am a professional Gio hater. That is one of the most annoying thing under the sun. And here we go. We're going to stun on the Vert. And the Gio is going to take a turn immediately. Slapping.
Ooh.
Oh, she missed the opportunity to control the Oliver. And here comes the Light Twin. The Chandra might be on despair as well. Missed the Sierra though.
That is a huge miss on the Sierra. That is definitely the monster that he wanted to control with this Oliver. Now he has to make a choice here. Does he use skill 3 or does he just opt for that skill 1 to try and get rid of this immediately on the Sierra? Goes this coming, still getting resisted.
Oh, this Sierra is built different, but the Jogun's going to lose the attack bar to the Oliver. Oliver's going to eat that bomb from the Sierra, but the Oliver's going to stay alive for a little bit longer. Oliver getting an additional turn to reset. Maybe the Gio that's about to take a turn.
Yeah, probably has to go over this Gio here. No, opts to go over the Sierra instead. Just looking to tank this Gio skill 2. This Gio skill 2 probably going on this Water Monkey, trying to stop her moving. But no, just choose to go for the damage on this Demon Stroke and Chandra.
ZEZAS trying to get as many despair stun as possible, but he's the one getting stunned by the Shio. Shio's going to get an extra turn for all the attack money he gained, and Sierra's not going to be able to provide the damage even with the additional turn. RAIGEKI saw the future with that violent proc from Sierra.
Yeah, he saw the future there indeed. Chose to reset that instead. Now getting rid of the Vertihal. Vertihal never took a turn this match. It was fully controlled from the start. Now Oliver's looking to do a lot of damage, and that Sierra's looking dangerous low. When that drops, I think RAIGEKI is home free here.
Here comes the Trick of Water, slow debuff once again. Gio did not perform for ZEZAS, and RAIGEKI still the undefeated semi-retired player.
That is just incredible. ZEZAS made that last second change with that from that Layla to the Gio, and I bet he's regretting that right now. Gio did not land anything.
Yeah, that's why I hate Gio so much. She can be the most annoying thing, or she can do absolutely nothing.
Yeah, that is, double-edged sword right there. Those activations rates are high, but resistance plays a big factor. I've seen today. We've seen a lot of double resistance on max accuracy units, like Okeano's getting resisted, Oliver double resisted. It's just off the charts here today.
And what comes next going to be the Light Horang coming from RAIGEKI. So how is ZEZAS plan to stop this monstrosity from RAIGEKI here?
Yeah, he picks up that Water Monkey in that first pick. RAIGEKI already countering with that Josephine right there, as well as picking up this very trusted Sierra. ZEZAS going to his 100 resistance Velajul here now.
Ooh, ZEZAS gonna go for that Vela and Chandra. Are we seeing Cigar next as well? RAIGEKI is gonna have a little taste of the meta from the previous year here. But the Riley is getting picked up with the light Parang. Ooh, that attack buff for the bomb and the damage of the Lion is gonna be really good. But with a lack of strip, probably gonna be a Velager ban here.
Yeah, quite interesting to see, you know, the Riley coming here play once again from RAIGEKI, you know. ZEZAS does still have a lot of damage on his side and does have picks available. And now we're seeing a Christina, you know, that is a monster that does counter like Horang.
Yep, exactly, because Christina's skill 4 actually will not glance. So that's going to do a lot of damage and put Oblivion onto the Hwarang, and that's going to be a lot of work. That might be a force ban for RAIGEKI. RAIGEKI, all road lead back to Chao, and Christina is going to be banned on the worst stage of SWC.
And guess who's through the draft? Chao has made it into the game. We'll see. RAIGEKI's Chao did make it through once, and it did win the game. So we'll see if he can repeat that performance here once again.
Ciara did not get stunned. Josephine's about to get a turn, and she will take care of this Velaju.
Oh!
But the Velaju is going to get a violent proc to get the immunity up, and things are not looking good for RAIGEKI. But hey, Chao, very good on paper, exactly for this moment.
Yeah, RAIGEKI definitely has fail safes here. You know, he has this light Horang, skill 2. Doesn't go for the monkey. I thought he would go for the monkey, just trying to kill it right away, because both Light Horang skill 2 and Chao skill 3 would go through that invincibility.
He probably want to get rid of the AoE slow debuff as quickly as possible so that Chao can be a very, very strong late game monster.
Yeah, that is definitely what RAIGEKI is going for. You know, this Light Horang is also just ramping up, getting that speed from the passive, but now the Ashore getting that heal off, and Chandra is looking quite healthy. First hit defense break, that's a lot of damage coming on the Light Horang.
But unfortunately, he's not going to go down that easily. We've got a shield for the Josephine right there, and Chao's about to get another turn.
Yeah, I know, it's all eyes on this Chao pretty much at this point. All roads lead to Chao. Can Chao maybe get a violent proc here to get rid of this Chandra?
Unfortunately, it's not going to be that easy, and Chandra is still rather healthy right now. Light Hwarang is about to get another turn, but no! Light Hwarang is not going to go down just yet. Light Hwarang is going to get another turn to do very good damage on the Chandra, but it's not going to be enough.
Yeah, that elemental advantage passive from the Light Horang is doing so much work. It's so tanky with that passive. Shio just glancing so much damage. But Ashore getting on his Chandra, still doesn't have heal available. So this Chandra will be going down here, and all eyes are on this Chao, but that resist is huge.
But that is exactly why Chao was drafted, is for this moment right here where he will stand strong against 3 enemies and still may win the fight.
Absolutely no. Chao was picked as that fail-safe condition here. Here we go. It is 3v1 against the Chao. No pushbacks, no slows. There are still defense breaks present.
Oh, but the crit for the fire unit might be troublesome. Chao looking for a target. Which one's it going to be? Is it going to be the Shio? Is it going to be...
Oh my god!
The Chao doing so much damage, but not enough to bring down the Shio! And Chao is about to go down, but Chao's not going to go down just yet. Chao will not get a turn. This might be GG.
That is GG right there. Just barely, Shiho barely hanging on right there, you know. Not getting the kill on that Shiho, and Shiho getting that skill 3, obviously doing a lot of damage, and Chao doesn't quite have it in him to take that game there.
As a #1 Chao hater, that was a very pleasing game for me personally. ZEZAS!
I believe it, you know, and ZEZAS has shown it is possible to defeat RAIGEKI. He is not unbeatable.
We're back to square one for RAIGEKI and ZEZAS, and we got the Megumi pre-ban, we got the Oliver pre-ban, and let's go and see what is RAIGEKI's first pick here.
Yeah, what will RAIGEKI first pick here? You know, Oliver is in the pre-ban, so is the Megumi, so a lot of speed leads away. I assume RAIGEKI will be going for a Ciara first here, but no, it is the Shiho that's been so influential for both players.
Let's see what ZEZAS is going to do with the Ciara and the Jogun for the first pick here. RAIGEKI, no more Oliver. What is going to be speed lead? He did have the Chandra runed up for the speed lead if he wants to go that way. Oh, it's going to switch to maybe... Does he have an LD speed lead though? It's going to be a Layla getting picked up by RAIGEKI here. Maybe he's not going to be going for the Chandra that early just yet, but it's going to be a Chiwu getting picked up by RAIGEKI. Yeah,
he has been utilizing Chiwu in all 2 matchups so far, and now in this 3rd matchup as well. You know, that Chiwu has been doing a lot of damage, has been fast, and obviously providing that speed lead for that turn 1 threat.
But now ZEZAS gonna go for the Max Res Vela, the procs on command, and we got the Josephine getting picked up as well to deal with the Shio. RAIGEKI with the Rakan that was banned in the previous game, where it make a show this time around. And we have another strip coming out from RAIGEKI, 3 AoE strip, and ZEZAS with the last pick Aya, absolutely incredible.
But that Aya is definitely going, or not definitely, but most likely going to be getting banned out. Doesn't really matter what the last pick from ZEZAS was. I think RAIGEKI is quite content banning them out. And once again, our content, Rakan is banned out.
Rakan, after being buffed by the balance patch, being drafted by the master drafter RAIGEKI, it's just so dangerous that he just cannot see the light of day.
Yeah, you know, I actually got the pleasure of seeing this Rakan's runes before the games here, and it was quite juicy. You know, now RAIGEKI may be exploiting the fact that this Velajul is 100 res and not getting the stun. Therefore, now Layla could silence it. Can he get the silence? Nothing lands on this Velajul.
This Velajul is resisting every single debuff from the enemy, and the Heigang has no way to stop it. The Jogan is about to take a turn. ZEZAS might be coming out on top in this draft because RAIGEKI threw everything at the wall, but nothing stick.
Yeah, there's just not enough follow-up from RAIGEKI. You know, having those triple AoE buff removers really, and you know, Layla, Shiwu, and the Heigang, and that is a 30,000 bomb. Shiho is gone, and ZEZAS will definitely be taking game 3 here.
Set 3 might be done. There's nothing that RAIGEKI could do. His follow-up game was just not strong enough to control the Velajul, unfortunately.
Yeah, it really just came down to that, you know, the Heigang is such a dead pick there. You know, that Rakan ban, there's just not enough follow-up. Layla is so inconsistent, especially into a fire monster like Velajul.
He definitely needs a stronger follow-up that could push back the Velajul to keep it down. But unfortunately, the Velajul stay and the Ciara managed to get a bomb onto the Shiho.
Yeah, ZEZAS is now going to be sitting at match point here against RAIGEKI. Can ZEZAS really be able? Are the Brazilians undefeated full in Brazil?
Another bomb onto the Layla. GG! ZEZAS is so close to winning the America Cup.
It is absolutely crazy. You know, the crowd is going wild. I can't hear myself. I can't hear anything else other than the crowd. But we're going on to possibly the last game here as RAIGEKI needs to win or ZEZAS will take the trophy.
The most beautiful day for the Brazilian Summoner community is about to happen. We have ZEZAS stepping into game 4 with the Light Twin pre-ban and the Oliver first pick for ZEZAS.
Yeah, will ZEZAS go in that Shiho trend? You know, it did not work out for RAIGEKI in this last match, but ZEZAS still prioritizing no, going for that CR, knowing that that wind speed leader is just so valuable.
What is going to be the response from RAIGEKI though? It's just when the beast within him wake up and choose violence. We got the Shio getting first pick by RAIGEKI. No more Oliver. It might be the Fire Megumi for RAIGEKI, but it's going to be the Joe Gun early pick instead.
Yeah, I definitely do like that, you know, taking those very meta monsters away from ZEZAS. ZEZAS has the answer ready. That 100 res Velajul is back to play again with the Heigang. How can RAIGEKI deal with this when he does not have his Light Twins available? Is this the Veronica angle?
It might be a beautiful Veronica angle, but we do have the Sona getting picked up here to put a lot of pressure onto the Sierra and maybe the Heigang as well, but he definitely need a speed lead, and that's going to be the Vanessa. Is going a more damage focus style instead of control against ZEZAS.
Yeah, we don't see the Veronica, but we see the Wind Veronica here instead in that Sonya. I wonder if ZEZAS is, you know, built against this. Are these Heigang is quite commonly a Sonya trap.
But I don't think Josephine is the Sonar trap though, and we might be seeing the Chow last pick coming out from RAIGEKI with the Ciara ban.
This could be another Chow last pick. It's not that there are still damage dealers and a lot of heals on the side of ZEZAS, especially with that Heigang too. Every time Chow cleanses, that's going to be giving ZEZA's team a lot of attack bar.
Alright, RAIGEKI last pick is going to be a Misty to play the late game against ZEZAS. But what's going to be the ban on the side of RAIGEKI here? We know Sonya is probably going to go out because ZEZAS doesn't have a counter for Sonya. But what can RAIGEKI ban to give him the advantage? It's going to be the Fire Bayak getting banned out, and ZEZAS get to keep Heigang immunity. That might be very bad for RAIGEKI.
I don't really like RAIGEKI's position here, to be completely honest. ZEZAS has the Heigang Velajul combination, which is extremely strong here. I think that's going to counter most of everything that RAIGEKI can put out here.
Oh, one bomb onto the Misty. But we have the Vanessa revive, so Misty is not going to be out of the game just yet. But that's going to allow Ricky to seal away the Ciara and buy some time for the Mystics to grow stronger.
Yeah, definitely. Also getting the boost there. Big questionable use of the skill 3 as Villager had not buffed immunity yet. And also Heiken getting his full value with that skill 2 strip.
Misty is going to get a turn right there, but without defense down, without slow debuff, I'm not sure if Misty is going to be very good in this position. Meanwhile, Villager is being very, very tanky at the moment, but maybe with this immunity, it's impossible for the Monkey to stun, and there's going to be no shield from the Josephine.
Yeah, Villager getting the Violent Proc through. That is a lot of damage on the Misty. Nearly drops. With this defense break sitting on top of it, Josephine can definitely finish this Misty off. But actually it doesn't. Misty still standing strong. CR is about to come back from the scroll, Sean.
This might be a perfect bait coming from RAIGEKI, allowing Misty to get attack buff to one-shot the Villager or the Ciara.
I'm definitely going to be switching your focus. That is so much damage! That is insane damage coming out of the Misty. Villager has to get a proc here. It doesn't proc.
This is actually looking really bad for ZEZAS here. That Misty surviving. The Vanessa taking away the Ciara. Misty still standing strong. Misty is doing so much damage. RAIGEKI is not done with this game just yet. Attack buff and RAIGEKI is going to bring it to game 5.
My God, we got exactly what we asked for. We got the game 5. That RAIGEKI Misty is just absolutely built different. It's so tanky. So much damage to nearly one-shot the Ciara. That is incredible, unbelievable stuff.
His Misty is unlike any other. Here we go, guys. Game 5. One of these players will be the America's Cup champion, and it will be this game that decides it. RAIGEKI versus ZEZAS for the last time.
This is just unbelievable. I am nearly at a loss for words at how crazy this has been, but we're getting the pre-bans. The Oliver is once again pre-ban, and we see an Ashore that has been a problem for RAIGEKI. What is he going to be first picking here?
All right, guys. Let's get ready for the final match between RAIGEKI and ZEZAS here. It's going to decide who is going to take the $10,000 and whether this venue is going to go down in scream and celebration from the Brazilian community.
Yeah, we see RAIGEKI taking that CR first pick. ZEZAS now responding, taking those two other very meta picks that RAIGEKI utilized the last match in the Shiho and the Jogan. RAIGEKI now looking to answer that. He does have his Light Hwarang available, which might be a big thorn on ZEZAS' side.
We got the Chandra getting picked up by ZEZAS right here. RAIGEKI with the Light Hwarang, but ZEZAS show us that he can deal with the Light Hwarang just fine. That's going to be the Christina getting picked up by ZEZAS to perfectly shut down the Light Hwarang.
Yeah, the Christina is coming out to play once again. I wonder if she's going to make it through the draft phase this time. I wonder what RAIGEKI is also going to round out his draft with here. ZEZAS does have a lot of speed, so RAIGEKI can't really be going for, Sonya stuff like that. He instead goes for a Layla, trying to get that control there.
Yeah, that slow debuff is going to definitely hurt the Shiho and the Chandra. We got a Vanessa as well to potentially save the Light Hwarang from getting one-shotted and give the Light Hwarang the chance to go crazy with the attack buff as well. And let's see what ZEZAS' last pick is going to be. Is it going to be a strong AoE unit? It's going to be a healer. It's going to be a Masha getting picked up by ZEZAS to provide that massive damage that he needs with the attack buff from the Jogan.
Another thing to note here is that Layla does provide that cleanse block, and Christina does cleanse, but obviously if you're cleanse blocked, you can actually keep those debuffs on her. That is somewhat of a counter there. But yeah, ZEZAS rounding a draft out with this Masha that is getting banned out, and ZEZAS does not like that cleanse block coming out of Layla. Guys, we are getting into the final game of America's Cup 2025. Who will be taking the championship?
Every proc is going to be so noisy now, Topa, but here we go. We got the Jogan moving after the Shiho to potentially seal away the Ciara. And he's going to do that. He's going to take away the Ciara, but remember, Ciara's full attack bar when she comes out, so that's going to be very scary for ZEZAS. And the thing is, without getting attacked, Christina's in a full stack and not going to do big damage yet.
Yeah, this Christina, pretty awkward moving here first, right? It can get the Oblivion, but the damage is not really going to be there. That's actually still quite good damage. Also does have the protection of the hug there, so might be able to not get targeted here and survive to another skill 3.
And unfortunately, the Oblivion's only one turn, so the Lighthearted is going to shake that off pretty much immediately. And the Shio is being controlled by the... Oh, that is perfect turn for the Josephine, getting another chance to move, doing so much damage to the Jogun right there. Things are not looking good for ZEZAS. And remember, Sierra's about to come out, and that Shio has a bomb waiting for him.
Yeah, the Sierra is going to come out with the full attack bar and the bomb ready to go. I think that might be the end of this Christina here. And the Jogan does cut in front, does not get the pushback. Will the bomb land? Does he go to Christina? Goes to the monkey, plays it safe.
And he can easily detonate as well, but he chooses not to do so and trying to get a bit of attack bar by hitting the Chandra. Chandra's about to get a bit more damage from the Lighthearted rank, and the Vanessa going to get a very... Oh, wait a minute! The Jogun is not going to go down just yet because of the Chandra violent proc, but there is still going to be a strip coming out from the Vanessa here, and who's it going to be on? It's probably going to be on the Jogun. So RAIGEKI went for the efficient play, but unfortunately, that led to this Jogun staying alive. But no! He's going to not seal the Vanessa.
That is just huge misplay coming out of RAIGEKI, letting that Jogan get the defend out on it again. But now, the Vanessa passive has been expended. The Josephine is not going down here. Can Josephine kill this Jogan? He can strip with the first hit and kill with the second hit. He's going for it. He gets resisted again.
Oh, but Sierra's about to get a turn here. Can Sierra get a violent to get another bomb out? This might change the game.
Oh my God!
Sierra's gonna get
the bomb lands.
It's going to land on the Christina, and Christina's going to go down. And no, Chandra alone might not be enough for ZEZAS. RAIGEKI
the skill 2 is going to take out the Jogan.
Is going to win the final. ZEZAS, Chandra left, but that's not going to be enough.
Taking the headset off. He knows it. It's over. RAIGEKI is our America's Cup 2025 champion.
RAIGEKI!